Forget New Year's resolutions. We're not waiting until January 1st to make our dreams come true. October is our new January. I can't get these stinking lights to just stay. Be right back. We're having some technical difficulties. The winter arc is a period of self-improvement and transformation leading up to the new year, which can feel a little overwhelming if you don't even know where to start. There are the people who create New Year's resolutions. They try to redo their entire life starting January 1st, but that's very unrealistic and unsustainable. You haven't created a solid routine or habits that will actually help you to continue doing these past the first week of January. Instead of rushing all of these New Year's resolutions on one day, you're taking the 3 months to create a solid routine and create good habits that will carry into the new year. So if you're somebody who wants to become the better version of yourself before January 1st even starts, then keep watching. The first thing that you need to do is create a list of things that you want to accomplish. What are some things that you want to improve on, and write it down. Pick 5 of those that are the most important to you. And the reason why picking only 5 is so important is because if you try to fix everything, you're trying to fix your morning routine, you're trying to drink more, you're trying to eat better, you're trying to work out more, you're trying to get more movement in, you may actually create a burnout situation for yourself, which is not what we're here for. When you pick just 5 of the most important things, you'll be able to really focus on them. And when you've created good habits out of those things you want to accomplish, you can slowly start adding things into your daily routine. But adding in 20 things all in one day is what the New Year's resolution people are going to be doing, and it always fails because it's just, you can't change your life in one day. I'm putting 5 of the most important things that I want to accomplish this winter arc right here on the screen. So you can put some of these things on your list if those are things that you want to improve on. For me, the things on this list are things that I have been procrastinating on, or things that I just haven't been very consistent with, and I really want to improve on them in my winter arc. We need to create an action board and a vision board to inspire yourself. I personally use Pinterest to inspire myself. I find pictures of the things that I want to improve on, pictures that relate to what my goals are, and that will help me figure out the foundation for myself. Then I create an action board, which is as simple as making a to-do list that aligns with the visions on your vision board. Let's say, for example, you want to start getting more movement in. On your to-do list, you can start adding in more workouts as the weeks go on, and you'll start building a very solid workout routine. You were able to take inspiration from your vision board and bring it to your reality. The next thing that you're going to want to do is create a habit tracker for yourself. You don't need to buy an expensive habit tracker. It doesn't even have to be pretty. I have my habit tracker on a piece of paper in a notebook, and a habit tracker is a bit different than a to-do list. It's writing down a whole month's worth or a year's worth of goals that you have for yourself. You'll check off the goals that you accomplished during your days, and over time you'll see all of the progress that you've made with your habit tracker. I feel like visually seeing your progress is such a motivating aspect to having a habit tracker. Things that you could add onto your habit tracker are reading, movement, water intake. The things that will align with you and your winter arc should go on your habit tracker. It's so simple. All you do is just check off the things that you did, and it's okay if you don't check something off. It's all about being consistent rather than being perfect. Because when you strive for perfection, that's what can create burnout, which again, we do not want that. A good morning routine can change how your entire day is going to be. If you wake up, lay in bed, and just scroll for hours, you're not really setting yourself up for success in your day. Instead, get up, make your bed, drink some water, get some movement in, have a yummy breakfast, and you've already done more than the person who was laying in bed scrolling. I'm going to be making a fall productive morning routine very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that if you need some inspiration for a good morning routine. Something that is so important that will set you up for success is keeping your physical space clean. I know for me, when my mental health is down, my space is a disaster. A little trick that I have for myself is putting on a 5-minute timer, going around and cleaning up as much as I can in that 5 minutes, acting like it's the only 5 minutes I have left in this life. And when that timer goes off, you might be like, wow, it's crazy how much I can get done in 5 minutes. And you might feel more inspired to keep going around and cleaning more parts of your house, or maybe that 5 minutes was all that you needed and you feel good about it. But setting up that small 5-minute timer is like a snowball effect. You may want to just keep doing more and more things. We need to prioritize fueling our body. You need to have the energy to be able able to fulfill the goals that you've created for yourself, which is why prioritizing proper nutrition is going to be so important to fuel your winter arc. But making sure that we're eating enough and eating the proper nutrition is so important. And even beyond this winter arc, we don't want none of those deficiencies ruining our mental health at all. So eating well and drinking lots of water. Something that I truly cannot stop talking about is journaling. I started journaling in late April, and I have noticed such a humongous change in how I act and how I feel about myself since I've started journaling. It only takes 5 minutes out of your day, and in my opinion, it's one of the best 5 minutes you'll ever spend on yourself. I like that I'm able to write about my day, how I feel. It coincides with the habit tracker, but I also have an entire section where I just write affirmations. I am affirmations. I am thankful for affirmations. I have affirmations. I really try to embody the version of myself that I want to be, and I feel since May I have become the version that I wanted to be. And when I look back at my entries from May, I'm like, wow, I really can see how much I've grown. And that further makes me want to just keep improving myself and being the better version of myself. So if you've been looking for a sign to start journaling, this is it, because honestly, it truly changes your life. This is something that is so hard for me when I'm not feeling very motivated, and that's discipline over motivation. Because yeah, when you're feeling really motivated, you're willing to do anything. But what about the days where it's cold? You just kind of want to lay in bed, you don't really feel like doing anything. You could easily be like, I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and you're like, you know, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then it doesn't happen. If you continue to avoid being productive and avoid your responsibilities, that can become your new habit. Your new habit will become the person who just puts it off for tomorrow. Which is why when we're not feeling motivated, we need to let discipline take over our mind. Discipline comes in when motivation is not there. However, if there are days where you truly do not feel like doing it, if you're feeling like, I'm going to feel so much worse if I do all these things right now because I already feel a little overwhelmed, then maybe taking that day to rest is more important than doing the things on your list. But if you feel like it's just you being lazy or you don't want to do it because you're tired, then that's where discipline needs to step in. What would the best version of myself be doing right now? Would she be scrolling in bed, or would she be sitting at the desk planning out her day? It's all about that mindset shift. So if that mantra helps you, what would the best version of myself do? Then just keep repeating that on the days that you don't feel very motivated. Let that be your discipline. One of the most important things that you need to do this winter arc is to have grace with yourself. Because while yes, this is a 3-month challenge where we're really trying to improve ourselves for January 1st, we want to make these habits last past January 1st. We don't want to be pushing ourselves so hard that when January 1st comes, we're like, I'm done with this already. Enjoy the time with your family, enjoy the yummy foods, the holidays, but also remembering the goal that's in sight. This winter arc is about creating strong habits that will continue throughout the whole new year. I really hope this video helped give you some inspiration for your winter arc. Remember to be kind to yourself and to not compare yourselves to others during this journey. We all have our own goals. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. It would mean so much to me if you could share this with a friend. I'm still a very small channel, so it means so much that anyone's even here watching right now. Make sure you comment what you're doing for the winter arc challenge. I wish you such a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye, angels.